Hey y'all, happy Saturday night. Hope your day has gone or went as planned. So look, there were some things I wanted to talk to y'all about earlier before I went out to work. Went out to work, went to the gym, came across some new information that I said, oh, I need to go and make a video. My girlfriend um is on my side of town. She's like, I have a core group of friends who are like truly like sisters. She lives, if you're familiar with Maryland in the area, on the other side of the Beltway. So we have about 25 minutes in between each other. So she's on this side of town. They call my side of town East Side and hers West Side again, if you're from the area, you know. So she's on her way over. So y'all forgive how I look. Like I said, I just came straight from the gym, grabbed something to eat, went by the hair store and was like, let me do this video. And I'm ashamed to say I started making this video a few minutes ago, but my mouse battery was low because I don't know how to use the pad on the laptop. Don't judge me. So I stopped the video because I couldn't figure out how to scroll up to the article. And I charged a little bit of it, of my mouse, hopefully enough to get me through this video. So let's go. For those of y'all that have been watching The Real Housewives of New York, and for those of y'all that don't, let me tell you, there is a woman named Brynn, biracial, white presenting woman. I did not care for her last season, and I don't see it for her this season. Very much respectability politics on the show. So there's another woman on the show, a Black woman named Ubah. English isn't her first language, and I'm telling you this for a reason. So on the show, listen, Ubah can go there, right? And everything is not always um, like when she snatched Aaron's glasses off last season. It was like, now Ubah, but generally I'm on Ubah's side, right? So Brynn off camera, Brynn had got upset. Ubah, the Black woman, had got upset on camera. And Brynn and her kind of went back and forth or whatever off camera. Brynn, again, who's biracial, says to Ubah, I don't want, oh, and Ubah's dating a white man. Brynn says to Ubah, I don't want you to come off as the angry Black woman. So I want Oliver to marry you. So I don't want you to come off as the angry Black woman. So you, as a biracial woman, are telling this Black woman, I don't want you to come off as the angry Black woman because I want your white boyfriend to marry you. And she said some other stuff, and she's kind of mocked Ubah's accent. Not kind of, she did mock Ubah's accent. So the viewers have been on her behind, like, nah, we ain't really feeling that. Y'all, hold on one second. I locked the door. I gotta unlock it. Hold on. Y'all, I'm back. I had told my girlfriend I was gonna keep the door unlocked for her child. Forgot. Had to fly down them stairs and fly back up. But so she told her, I don't want you to come off like an angry Black woman. So her white man will marry her. Girl, so the viewers have been digging in her behind, rightfully so. And she said some other stuff. So she decided, y'all, so I'm catching my breath. See, okay, I'm back, y'all. So let's go to page 6. Real Housewives of New York fans slam Brynn Whitfield for calling Ubah Hassan an angry Black woman. Now, let's be clear. Last season, and she's going to talk about it in this interview, or I'm sorry, in this statement that she made. But last season, Ubah and Brynn talked about like the stereotype and being like painted and edited as an angry Black woman. That was a conversation that they did have. And she tries to reference it off camera, and she tries to reference it. I'm sorry, not off camera, on camera. And she tries to reference that for this conversation. This girl literally sat in her confessional this season and said, I was trying to help you to basically not be edited as an angry Black woman. Again, so her white man could marry her. So this was her statement. She said, it says, Brynn Whitfield is receiving backlash for calling her Real Housewives of New York co-star an angry Black woman during last week's episode. She confirmed she made the comment during an off-camera conversation, specifically saying, I don't want you to come off like this as an angry Black woman. She was concerned that if Ubah appeared to represent herself that way, her investment banker, Bo, who is white, would not want to marry her. Let's talk about respectability politics again, y'all. Anyway, I told her, I was like, I want you to marry Oliver. I want Oliver to marry you. Which, side note, you giving her all this advice about getting her boyfriend to marry her, do all this and do that. It has not worked out for you. Okay, let's move on. So, y'all, she did a statement. She said, to see my intentions twisted and my words misrepresented flat out scares me. To me, and I'm going to go ahead and say it, that line, we hear white women a lot say that. It scares me. Look at Heather Gay in the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City when she told Bronwyn, "You terrify me." So it's the usage of the word for me. It flat out scares her. She went on to claim the episode was edited to make it appear that she brought up the angry black woman stereotype on her own, which she said was not the case. The truth is, angry black woman was brought up by Ubah last year in Anguilla. Last year, in a highly charged fourth wall moment in Anguilla, after the incident with Aaron's sunglasses, Ubah spoke directly into the camera, "Don't you dare edit me to look like an angry black woman." After Anguilla, Ubah and I frequently discussed this harmful stereotype at length. As a biracial woman, I will never know what it is like to fully walk in Ubah's shoes. So Brynn has a white mother and a black father, and Ubah's parents are from Somalia. During that off camera night in the Hamptons, we both spoke candidly about our fears and triggers, as we always had. We hugged, said we loved each other, and promised to do everything in our power to help one another. Whitfield said she was unsure what shifted after that touching moment to cause such upset, but apologized for any hurt she caused. "I am deeply sorry if I overstepped the night in the Hamptons. I am beyond sorry, as this was never my intention." So that was her statement. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Some of the comments were Ubah was in fact acting aggressive, but saying that her man is not going to marry her is diabolical and projection at its finest. Brynn has daddy issues. Another one said, "And what is her business with Ubah's relationship? It keeps getting weirder." Another person said, "Brynn, being a biracial woman, policing Ubah's blackness just shows how uncomfortable she is with her African American side." It's been said that Brynn is black when convenient. Again, the way I feel like I'm watching respectability politics play out when I watch Brynn, it pisses me off. And I'm not saying, oh, she should leave the show. She should this, she should that. But also, you can't come on here calling yourself carbon monoxide. You know, the text to the girls, "I'm carbon monoxide. You'll never see me coming." At the reunion last year, I put people in graves because you're Irish and black, but now you're on the show crying. And then now you're not even really an apology, almost like trying to explain away the comment when, again, you sat in your confessional and was like, "I was trying to help you." I don't personally, to me, she can keep it. Like I said, others may feel differently. I just want to make sure that I read y'all everything she said because I don't want to represent her. Okay, here it is. Child, why do they write? Give us slides. Okay, because y'all, this is small. Okay, after she says, "I'm not sure what shifted after that touching moment, but I deeply regret and I'm sorry if I overstepped." Ubah needed a friend to listen to the thoughts and fears which she expressed that night that didn't need someone to repeat them back to her. "I hope the powerful fourth wall moment that happened in Anguilla well before the Hamptons will be shown at this year's reunion so that this long-standing, nearly 2-year-old issue can finally be addressed openly. A constructive conversation is much needed to clear the air and provide context and closure for everyone involved." Now, we don't know what went down, but remember a couple of days ago, read some of Jessel's interview that she did, and she said they had to cut filming wrapped early. Somebody was sent home on a plane and somebody was put in a hotel room. And I think it's Ubah and Brynn, but we shall see. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Brynn's statement. Moving on, just real quick, the OC finale was Thursday. I wanted to get into some things. So Emily did an interview. Let's get into it. Radar Online, Real Housewives of Orange County star Emily Simpson on Alexis Bellino's disaster return and Shannon Beador's public humiliation. Emily Simpson has shared her thoughts on castmates Alexis Bellino and Shannon Beador as season 18 comes to a close. RadarOnline.com can reveal Simpson didn't hold back when giving her opinion on the drama-filled season, including Bellino's disaster return and the public humiliation Beador has suffered, as well as her DUI and lawsuit from ex-boyfriend John Jansen, who's now dating Bellino, which we all know, child. So Emily reflected on the ups and downs of season 18 in an interview with Variety. The attorney is she still an attorney? Well, you know what, child, if I had went to law school and even if I stopped practicing, everybody's going to call me Esquire. That's going to be my first name. So let them give me an honorary and anything. And y'all going to be on YouTube calling me doctor. Huh? Anyway, the attorney was asked about the unlikely alliance she and co-star and best friend Gina Kirschenheiter formed with Bador, who faced a particularly rough couple of months. When asked if the level of compassion she showed Bador in light of her DUI arrest, breakup and subsequent $75,000 lawsuit, if her compassion toward Shannon surprised her, she admitted she went into filming not being the biggest Shannon fan. She went on to confess she didn't really have a relationship with Shannon, while noting that they have had ups and downs and weren't necessarily close. Nonetheless, Emily said she and Gina had genuine sympathy for what she was going through and how Shannon was deeply hurting. She also added, and not just the DUI. I felt so badly that the woman couldn't even move on from the DUI before she got sued. And then she couldn't even settle the case because Jansen wouldn't let her. Not only are you dealing with active litigation while you're filming a TV show, but your ex's new girlfriend is in your face and friends with the people that you used to be friends with. I can't even imagine dealing with all those things at one time. While on the topic of Alexis' relationship with John Jansen, Emily admitted she initially didn't think the former was breaking any girl code by dating John because she and Shannon were not close friends and typically did not film together. She confessed, when I heard Alexis was coming on, I remember thinking, well, that's good TV. Shannon activated is good TV. But at the time, I didn't know the plan was a total takedown of Shannon and public humiliation. Emily said, I anticipated that it was nothing more than a superficial, petty, I'm dating your boyfriend now moment, that we would all move past that quickly, and that's not what happened. When asked about Alexis acting as her boyfriend's unofficial spokesperson on the show, Emily called the situation so annoying and obnoxious. I think she did herself a complete disservice by constantly being his mouthpiece. You think? And constantly bringing up the lawsuit at any possibility she could. She later added, and I think it was a disaster that she was never her own person. I agree. I don't need to see Alexis back next season. Who knows if her and John are going to be even together next season. But even if they are, because again, if she had to come on, even though it would still be weird, and I still feel like it was done to kind of push Shannon over the edge, with which, when you get into how Bravo has psychologists and different things, right? For your mental health, did they really think that was a good idea? Like, even before the DUI, knowing how Shannon can spiral. But again, they probably felt the same way as Emily, as a lot of viewers did. Oh, this will be good TV. But it wasn't, because Alexis didn't come on as her own person. She did come on like she was um, Big Dick Johnny's mouthpiece. Ain't that what she said? And remember, what do I keep reminding y'all? What did Cat Williams say? All big dick deviants will be exposed. And Johnny J was exposed. All right, y'all, let me know what y'all think about that. And lastly, we got some breaking news today. And while I feel for anyone whose family is breaking up that doesn't want it to break up, I'll just say that. I really hope that I don't end up having to watch this on my television next season. Let's get into it. Us Weekly reports Teddi Mellencamp and husband Edwin Ariave, is that how you say it? Split. The Real Housewife of Beverly Hills alum is filing for divorce. Teddi Mellencamp and her husband Edwin have split, and the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills alum decided to file for divorce after 13 years of marriage. After a great deal of care and consideration, I've made the difficult decision to file for divorce. My priority is my children and ensuring that every care is taken with their privacy and well-being throughout this new chapter. Making a public statement is not something I wanted to do, but in an effort to protect my family from undue speculation and rumors, I felt being open, honest, and vulnerable was the best path forward. Mellencamp and Eddie, who has not yet publicly addressed the breakup, have been married since 2011. They share 3 children, Slate, Dove, and Cruz. Eddie's also the father to daughter Isabella from a previous relationship. I'm going to be honest, this didn't shock me, only because Teddi has talked about her hardships with Edwin, and that there were times when she didn't think they were going to make it. And there could have been plenty of marriages that went through ups and downs, and almost times when you thought you weren't going to make it, but you ended up coming back to each other. But it was just the way in which she talked about it didn't give me that, like, oh, they're going to be together for a lifetime. I didn't think that they were going to break up. I should say it gave me, I wouldn't be shocked if they split. That's what it gave me because she talked about it, like I said, plenty of times. So look, I just hope the kids are okay in this situation. They do their best to, make sure their kids still feel safe and loved and all of that stuff. But I'm going to be honest with you, as I always like to do here. I don't want to see Teddi Mellencamp back on my screen on the Real Housewives of y'all. I was getting ready to say on the Real Housewives of Baltimore. What? Now that I might be open to watch if she was on. But seriously, I don't want to see her on Beverly Hills. But I have a feeling with Kyle and Mauricio getting the divorce, Dorit and Dorit and Kyle is going to be something to watch this season, ain't it? But Dorit and PK, and then Teddi, and then Erica single. Like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I wish her well. What's that song by Mariah? I wish you well. I wish you well. I wish you well. That's Mariah, right? Mariah Carey. I just don't want to see it. I don't. God bless. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. Let me know what y'all think about Teddi going through her divorce. Do y'all want to see Teddi back on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Let me know what y'all think about Emily and her interview with Variety and the compassion that she said her and Gina felt for Shannon. I think they've actually developed an actual friendship. Like, I do believe that Shannon and Gina for sure, like, have a respect for each other and are actually friends now, like off screen. So that's good to hear. And let me know what y'all think about Brynn and her comments to Ubah and then her apology that she did after. Y'all, I love y'all so much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I told y'all today for Salt Lake City, it's going to be out before the next episode. I can definitely promise you that. I'm about to go eat some hip hop chicken. Those of y'all that know the area, y'all know what I'm talking about. Hip hop chicken wings, extra, extra season. Talk to y'all later. See ya.